Hi and welcome to another tutorial. In today's lesson we'll learn how to recreate this cool looking glowing logo effect using Adobe After Effects. So anyways guys, let's jump in. So the first thing that we need to do here is we need to create a new composition. I'm just going to call this main. 1920 by 1080 pixels will be fine. 30 FPS and a duration of about 10 to 15 seconds. Press OK. The next thing that we need to do is we need to import our logo. So I'm just going to right click, file import, and I'm going to import my Adobe Illustrator file as a footage. And then I'm just going to press OK. Now, if you want to see how I made this logo, I will leave a link in the description below. So anyway, so once you have your logo in there, all we need to do is, if you want to increase the scale or anything like that, you can, but I'm just going to leave it there like that. And then I'm going to pre-compose it. So I'm going to go to layer, pre-compose, and then I'm going to call this placeholder. And I'm going to move all attributes into that new composition. So now I have a new composition called placeholder, and now we're going to add some effects on this. So if I add an effect which is called fill, now that will change the color. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go halfway in between white and black, and we can play around with some of these settings later on. So once I've added fill, the next thing that I need to do is I need to go to layer styles. We're going to add an inner glow. I'm going to open up the glow options. I'm going to change the opacity to 100%. I'm going to change the color to white, and then I'm going to change the size to about 40. And again, playing around with this for the final effect will also change it drastically. So once we have an inner glow, the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to add an outer glow. So it's going to be pretty similar. I'm going to drop the opacity down to maybe like, let's say 70. I'm going to change the color to white. I'm going to change the spread to about 40, and then the size to maybe something like that. So around about 20-ish or so. Once you're happy with that, then what we can do is we can go to layer, pre-compose, and I'm just going to call that the effect. Cool. So now if I go back to my project panel, we're going to create the colors for this. So I'm going to create a new composition, and I'm going to call it gradient. And in here, I'm just going to have a solid layer in there, and I'm just going to put the effect called gradient ramp. Once I have gradient ramp in there, I can pretty much leave the colors as is. I'm going to search for the effect called colorama. Now we've got these cool colors in here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it. So I'm going to change the output cycle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this color. So all I'm going to do is click on it and make sure that that's black. And then the opposite side of that, I'm going to make sure that that's white. I don't need all of these colors, but I guess I can use them. So now if I go to color hunt, this was the color palette that I'm using. So all I'm going to do is replace all those colors with these. Cool. So now we have all of our colors in there, but it's not moving. So what we need to do is we need to go to the input phase, and I'm going to hold Option or Alt and click on this stopwatch. And then in the expression, I'm going to write time times, let's say 100 or even 120. And now you will have that thing moving up just like that. So that's looking pretty cool, but we want to distort it a little bit. So what we are going to use is turbulent displace. That makes it a bit more distorted. We are just going to increase the size a little bit of the turbulent displace, maybe to about 200 or so, maybe even a little bit more. And now it's got that, you know, weird kind of warpingness to it. The only other effect that I added on here is the fast box blur. And if we bump this up to something like 30, now we've got that cool kind of effect in there. Now, if you don't like any of the colors or anything like that, you can always go back into your colorama and you can play around with, you know, where these things are located. So I just kind of removed one of the lighter shades so there's not too much white in there. Cool, so now I'm back in the main comp, and all I have to do is just drag the gradient in like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the track mat and then change it to the effect that we just had. And so if you've done that correctly, now you will see the logo kind of, you know, it has all those colors and things like that. So the next thing that we need to do is on the gradient layer, I'm going to search for another effect called time displacement. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the time displacement layer to the effect and then change it to effects and masks. I'm going to change the max displacement time to something about 1.4, and I'm going to leave the time resolution at 60. And so now if you've done that correctly, now you've got that cool kind of chrome look on there as well. And that looks pretty cool. So now another effect that we're going to add on the effect layer is we are going to add some Gaussian blur. So I'm going to add some Gaussian blur, probably leave it at around about 10. All right, so now we've got, you know, a little bit of blurriness happening on there. So that looks pretty cool. I'm also going to add another effect on here, which is called Find Edges. And that gives it you've got more of a outline happening there. And I think that's looking pretty cool. Now, the final few things in here is we are going to create an adjustment layer. And the first effect that we're going to put on here is noise. I'm going to uncheck use color noise, bump that up to about 10%. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a glow, and I'm going to change the threshold to about 90, and I'm going to change the radius to about 20. Now we've got that cool kind of look that's happening there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new solid layer, and I'm going to call it VG, and I'm going to put it underneath everything. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a gradient ramp in here. I'm going to go back to color hunt, get the darkest color in my color palette, change it with the white, and then change it to a radial ramp, and then move the start of the ramp to the middle, and then the end of the ramp somewhere over here. And then if you go swap colors, now you've got that cool kind of look on there as well. So now once you have all that, then you can go back and you can adjust things as well. So if you open up the effect settings and go into your layer styles, like for example, outer glow and inner glow and things like that, and then you change some of these things, they will create different outputs. So depending on how much, you know, extra, you know, kind of stuff you want and how you want it to glow. So I think that looks pretty cool, where we got rid of the spread and we just increased the size. And the final effect that I went back and I added on the effect layer is some bevel. So if you add some bevel alpha and then you increase the size, you can see that now it's creating this kind of bevel effect. And I think that looks pretty cool. So you can play around with how much bevel that you want. But anyways, guys, that's it for this short tutorial on how to create a glowing logo effect in Adobe After Effects. I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.